Okay, so my name's Brad. I'm a GP. I'm 32 and I'm originally from the south of England, but I've recently moved up to Scotland in the last year. I'm a trained GP and I work for the NHS, and at the moment I'm doing something called a acute rural fellowship in Scotland. So I've trained as a GP, but I'm now doing a year's contract where I'm learning new skills in acute medicine and A&E, so that I can work in a more rural or isolated environment where there might not be access immediately to emergency healthcare. So you need a few extra skills to do that. So I've only been here since last August and I'm enjoying it so far. At the moment I'm in the COVID-19 hub and I'm doing a little bit extra there during the pandemic that everyone knows about. So day to day I combine A&E with GP and also this on the side as well, which means that I get a good variation of different things in my job. In A&E, doing things like advanced life support, minor surgeries, looking after airways, reading heart traces, things like that. And then in GP, you're looking after people with long-term conditions, looking at their different medications that they take, their long-term care, potentially mental health issues. So there's a good variation. It's sociable, lots of teamwork involved, and linking all the services together. So yeah, that's a bit about my job at the moment. I've been asked to kind of talk about what attracted me to the role and industry as well. It's not something that I'd always thought about when I was growing up. I enjoyed science at school, but also kind of like sport and things like that as well, so it wasn't completely on my radar to begin with, but I guess I just liked working in teams with people. You feel like you're doing something in a caring capacity as well, so it's quite a satisfying thing to go into. But I never had anybody medical in my family. I went to a normal school, and it was quite late on that I read about it, spoke to a careers counsellor and found out that was the sort of line I wanted to go down. Yeah, so that's a bit about how I got into this. I've been asked what's it like to be a key worker and supporting the country's frontline fight against COVID-19. So yeah, I'm obviously glad to be on the front line and proud to be contributing to the fight. But we're all in this together, and I'm sure that we'll all come out the other side. And there's lots of people across the country doing good things, whether you're working or not, and whether you're in healthcare or whether everybody's making the world go around and doing their bit at the moment. So that's good. But it's nice to be contributing. And then finally, I've written a few notes down. I'm not very good at talking on camera, so to bear with me. But advice on young people who might be considering medicine as a career. It's hard. First of all, it's hard work and it's tough at times, but ultimately that brings rewards, and it is a rewarding career, and it's long-lasting rewards. So you meet lots of friends and colleagues along the way. You share all your ups and downs when you're in this job, and you develop lots of skills along the way as well. And from practical skills to just interacting with people. There's so many options within medicine as well. You can do anything from kind of mental health, surgery, GP, kind of accident emergency, and myself personally, I enjoy things like climbing and like I said, I'm quite a sporty person, so I would like to combine some of the skills I'm learning with something like expedition medicine. So you can even combine your career with things you like to do in your spare time. So that's a thing that's really good about medicine. And you meet lots of similar-minded people along the way as well. It's quite a secure career, so I feel quite lucky in that sense, particularly in the uncertain times for lots of people at the moment. That's one thing that, as a healthcare worker, we are quite lucky in that sense. I've never regretted it. You have times when you think, stress and things get to you, but actually, you know, never regretted it for one moment. And I think it's possible from any background. Like I said, with commitment and knowing the right channels, you can do it. Whether, you know, yeah, from any background. You just, you know, like I said, none of my family were medical. I just spoke to you know, some of my teachers and got a bit of careers guidance, and that realised that actually that was a career I wanted to go down. So I mean, you can speak to your teachers or careers guidance, people that often will come into schools. And the BMA have a good website as well, the British Medical Association, on a section on becoming a doctor, which gives you advice on things like work experience, where you can kind of apply to do that sort of thing, what to expect. So yeah, I think that's it really. Yeah.